What up, y'all? I just want to say you got to be strong during this time. It's a different world right now. Things are completely. None of us have ever gone through this, even in our childhood. I think the closest we've come to anything like this was, when that Ebola was starting to kick out. But that was no joke, and it luckily did not, reach the world. But shit's getting real. Okay, so the best thing to do instead of panicking and worrying, stressing, is to be concerned, because that means you're paying attention and that means you care, and it also means you respect the virus, but also be educated. And while you're doing that, we're stuck in the house, quarantine style. I bet you never thought we're going to hear that word in 2020. Well, we're here. This is where you have to find something else to keep your mind off what's going on. So I have some tips for you to keep you strong and to keep you, with your locked vision. Keep your eye on the target. The target is to live your life peacefully. That's the target. Now's a good time to make a vision board. But I've seen other people's vision boards. Make a realistic vision board. Don't make a vision board with you swimming in a pool full of cash and shit. Yeah, it's great. You want to be rich. Okay. But why don't we start with what you can do right now? You can't just be rich right now or when this quarantine's over. So make a vision board that has attainable goals on it. Okay. I'm not going to suggest any examples. You know what your attainable goals are. When you're in the house, this is where we could play video games. This is where we binge watch, but that's common. So why don't we look at other things to do while we're stuck inside the crib? Couple pointers for you. This is where you paint. This is where you rearrange your house. It's been proven psychologically just by rearranging your furniture, putting the TV on the other side of the room, putting the couches somewhere else. Those things right there change your home. It makes you feel like you're in a new place. It's just the way it is. You're not in a new place, but it's vision. Our brain works off of what we see, what we perceive. So what I'm saying is, this is where you get some pictures, some portraits, and you hang them up throughout your house. This is where you paint. This is where you rearrange. This is where you change your curtains. This is where you purge. And I don't mean kill people. I mean go into your storage room or garage or closet or whatever, pull everything out that you don't really need anymore. And come time when they say we can just go outside and we can live our lives again, that's when, you go back to the way it was. But for now, this is where you clean your life up, your clutter inside your house. This is your safe zone. You use this as your quarantine spot. You're supposed to be safe here. Clean the motherfucker. Disinfect the motherfucker. But most of all, purify it. Burn some candles. Wash your walls. There's a lot to be done. There's always work to do. It's best not to keep the TV on and listen to Trump and listen to Trudeau and listen to all this craziness going on. Okay? Stay in tune with your folks, the people that care about their lives and care about your life and care about the virus. You have to respect the virus. If you don't respect it, it's going to get you. Okay? And, you can still go for a walk. You can still go outside, take your dog for a walk, do what you got to do. Just respect the virus by keeping a distance from people right now. It's different. You know what I'm saying? And if you should have to go and see somebody, if you just can't help it, you want to go see your boo or whatever, just go through the checklist. Do you got a headache? Do you got a sore throat? Do you got a cough? Do you got diarrhea? Do you have your sense of taste? Do you have your sense of smell? Do you have nausea? And if you don't have none of those, then take your chances with your boo. But right now, what they're asking is for us not to do that. But we all know how life is. You got to have that one person that you comfortable seeing, and they're just they're clean. Bottom line, I'm putting out this video because I ain't putting it out in a minute because I'm really working on me right now. Before I can start continuing to help everybody else, I got to help myself too. But right now, it seems to me that the world is just chaotic, and it's a perfect time for me to let y'all know I'm still here and I'm still an option to be spoken to. So if any of y'all out there that see this video want to holler at me, anytime, especially to the men. There's an old saying, a black man that relies on you and confides in you for his issues, that in itself is a compliment. Well, I also believe that any human that confides in you for their issues, personal issues, I take that as a compliment as well. And I respect that person for coming to me, and I'll never, ever have a balls to judge that individual. I'm just saying specifically for the men, because men don't talk to other men about their issues. They're afraid to. They don't want to be put in the spotlight. Oh, that nigga's a pussy. That ain't me. First of all, as soon as you talk to me, that conversation ends right there. It's going to die with me. Okay? So you ain't got nothing to worry about when it comes to me. I'm here for support because I'm strong-minded and I'm able to do this. There was a time where I needed support and I wasn't strong-minded. Now that I'm able to do that, I want to help the world. So I'm just letting y'all know I'm here if worse comes to worse. But there are options. And stop stressing over things you can't control. All right? Be safe out there. I love y'all. Respect.